No way right now. I believe, contrary to what anybody may say, and I'm a Ghanaian, and I have my constitutional right to speak as I will. I believe that one of the things that will help the nations of Africa is for us to have national coalitions from all political parties.
Who are thinking about the institutionalizing the national agenda.
Yes, come together, get traditional rulers, religious leaders, labor, business community, the youth, even the army, bring them all together. Let's have and let's come together with a national agenda of what we want in this country. For instance, in Rwanda, it's a law that nobody sleeps in mad houses.
Nobody.
You don't build a mad house. You pull it down. It's against the law. Let's have a national agenda as a people that we work on. And let's agree that the next 25 years, there will be no, what do you call it, every 4 years election. No election. 25 years, no election.
This is serious.
Every 5 years.
I like that. I like
every
that one
5
too.
years, we should appoint a president.
Appoint
a president from among
the people,
the parties that have formed a national coalition. So these 5 years is your party.
Next 5 years.
Next 5 years is our party.
25 years.
Yes. And
no election.
No election.
No party politics.
No party
no
politics.
rallies.
No rallies. And our agenda is follow, execute, perform the national agenda for the sake of the next generation. What we are doing right now, we are not going anywhere. Because watch this, I'm telling you, what we are doing right now, I want you to stand. Let me show you something. Just stand. If I'm in opposition, just face this way. If I'm in opposition and you are in office, I hold your leg like that. Try to move.
Yeah.
Try to move.
I cannot move.
Try to do something. You are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I will make sure I circumvent you and sabotage you until you leave office.
Wow.
And when you also come,
same thing.
I will also do the same to you. So I don't wish you well, you don't wish me well. So the nation is bleeding. The nation is bleeding and no continuity, because when you come, everything I've done, you have to condemn it and let the people know that I was a failure, I was a disappointment, and you have come to fix it. Then when you come and face the reality of what is on the ground, you realize that it's not easy to fix this thing. And then I'm also going to make sure I expose you and let people know that you circumvented me to come, so you must not succeed, and I'll make sure you fail, so I'll come again. So the vindictiveness continues, the hatred continues, the bitterness continues. We are dividing people. I have people in this church who are family. Some are NDC, some are MPP, and sometimes it's amazing to see how they relate to one another.
Because of politics.
Because of politics. We are dividing the churches. The churches are divided. Husband and wives. One is NDC, one is MPP. Brothers and sisters. And the hatred and the bitterness and sometimes the arguments. The way they argue and the things they say. Are people in this church MPP people in this church, when NDC was in office and I used to pray for President Mahama, you should see how they attacked me. They used to come to my office here and attack me and say, what is your problem? And some people will even tell you, stop praying for them, let them fail. When we come, we'll fix the problem. And I look at them and I say, what kind of a thinking is this? Now that NDC is gone and MPP has come, and I'm praying based on scripture, it's a command. And the Bible said, the prophet Samuel said, he said, woe is me to sin against the Lord by not praying for you. And he says, sin not to pray for your leaders. And it's clear in the New Testament and the Old Testament. But there are Christians in this church, in my own churches, who, because of their political parties and what they believe their parties can accomplish and everything, praying for the present government, are angry with me.
Really?
And yeah, they're angry and they tell me. They're angry with me. And some of them say, I don't even pay my tithe.
So you think we should do this 25-year plan?
We have to do it. Because you know why?
No election.
I'm telling you something. There is a wind coming.
Wow.
And it's not 2019. It will begin after 2020 going.
After 2020, there's a wind coming.
There's a wind coming. The Arab uprising is coming.
Here.
It's coming. It's coming.
By the youth.
It's coming not just to Ghana, West Africa, all over, if we don't do something. Because you see, look at a lot of these youths. They've graduated from school. They are home, no job. Some of them, you go to these car washing places, you see 10 young men who have graduated from university washing one car. And then they have to wait for some hours before another car comes. Some of them live in these kiosks. You know, we have kiosk estates these days.
Yeah.
Opposite the wealthy areas.
Yeah.
And they know the people who live in the community. They went to school, some of their kids. Some of them know the families. They have nothing. Suddenly they go into politics and they have everything. And they drive the best, they fly the best. Their children go to school abroad and everything. And they're sitting down there looking at all of you and saying, hey, wow, this thing is interesting. After a while, if we don't give them hope, that's why I'm going back to the schools.
Speak to them.
And I'm engaging the youth again. Because if we don't give them hope and a sense of direction, the most dangerous thing in life is to fight somebody who has nothing to lose. They don't have wives, they don't have children, they don't have cars, they don't have lands, they have no hope, nothing to live for. They don't mind dying.
So our politics is treading on dangerous grounds.
It is. Africa. Because I see it everywhere. And it's very scary and very worrying. That
Will the wind start from Ghana?
I don't know, but it's coming to West Africa.
After 2020?
Yeah, after 2020 going, 2021, 2022, 3, 4 going, if something don't change to give the youth hope, I'm telling you, and I'm speaking.
Do you think this 25-year plan will work?
It will work if only our leaders, especially former presidents and the leaders of today, will come together and say, hey, let's take hold of our country. Let's do something, because this party politics, as much as it's democracy and it works, we have to do it in the context of what works with our tradition. You know, and if we don't look at it carefully, it will create an atmosphere that the countries of Africa will become very difficult to govern. I mean, look at Nigeria. And with all the resources they have, look at Congo, DRC. Look at the wealth of that country.
The wealthiest country in the world, Congo
And
DRC.
yet the poverty in that country. And it breaks you. It breaks your heart. You go in there, you look at the place and you ask yourself, why? What is wrong is the way our party politics is structured. This winner takes it all has to stop. This thing when I come into office and then I'm coming after you and coming after your people to call them to accountability.
So you're saying that let's stop party politics. Let's have a coalition of people who are thinking about the country. Let's implement a 25-year plan on health, on education. So we take a decision on education.
That's it.
So it's not somebody comes 3 years, SS, somebody says 4 years.
No.
Let's take a decision. Do we need the SSS? Do we need the old system? Which one benefits our people?
Yeah.
On water, what do we do?
Yeah.
On electricity, when we have established those things, we can go back to party politics.
Yeah.
And we'll become like America.
We can. It's possible in our lifetime.
Are you giving up on what the church has done over the last 30 years? Because you see, with your leadership, your eminence, the church has had significant interventions in our national life.
I agree.
I remember the Ebola.
Yeah.
You stood up and said a prayer against Ebola.
Yeah.
Today we don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Glory to God. I remember the Oral Roberts conference.
Yeah.
And you have been holding these conferences at the Accra Sports Stadium. You were praying for the nation when the rains came.
Yeah.
So all of these interventions have been to hold the nation together. Do I get the sense that you are now giving up on that one and thinking that if our people don't take action, then we are gone?
I'm not giving up on prayer for nation.
And those spiritual interventions.
Yes, I'm worried as a spiritual man of what could happen when people become desperate. You see, desperation comes when people feel like there is no way out. We are stuck. There's no way out. That is where desperation comes. And a desperate man and woman is a very dangerous person. And Jesus said, any kingdom and house divided against itself cannot stand. And the depths of division in this country, with the hatred that goes with it, and the level of bitterness and anger, hey, because of this belongs to this party, that belongs to that party. Paul, I'm telling you, we are sitting on a time bomb. And I'm speaking as a spiritual man. I'm speaking as a spiritual man and as a watchman upon the walls of this country. That we are sitting on a time bomb, and it will not be long. We will face situations, and there's nothing national security can do about it. Because you see, the most dangerous thing